So Keir Starmer's arrival in Baku was more than welcome. He's one of the few G20 leaders to even attend a summit that's meant to accelerate action on global warming. And the climate-denying shadow of Donald Trump still hangs over the talks. His promise for a radical cut in UK emissions will go down well here, but what about back home?
I don't think that as we tackle this really important issue, the way to do it is to tell people how to run their lives and instruct them how to behave. And I'm not going to do that. I made a commitment before the election and shortly after the election that we'd be a government that trod lightly on people's lives.
But an 81% cut in emissions in just 10 years is anything but light. It'll take more than already ambitious plans for zero-carbon electricity, including things like heat pumps in tens of millions of homes and shifting millions more of us into electric vehicles. How are you going to get people to do that without making them do it?
It's not about telling people how to live their lives. It really isn't. Look, what we want to see, and I often say this, we're in the better lives business, and we think this is all achievable. But I'm absolutely about carrots, not sticks. And I think we can do this in a way that is in people's financial interests, based on the choices people make.
A political risk at home, perhaps, but at talks guided by the glaring reality of climate science, it's seen as the example of what every rich country must do. Keir Starmer's promise for such a radical cut in UK carbon emissions will bring some hope to these otherwise downcast corridors. But this round of talks is really about money, finance to help poorer countries adapt to the impacts of climate change. And on that front, Keir Starmer has come here with very little to offer at all.
The way to actually protect UK citizens is if the UK can actually help the whole world decarbonize. And for majority of the world, they require climate finance to be able to do that. We're in a climate finance COP. UK needs to step up and put climate finance on the table so that it can incentivize and inspire a global transition.
But there's no new money on offer from the UK and little from other rich nations here either. The rest of these talks will be taken up with how that fact tallies with the spiralling cost of climate impacts around the world. Tom Clark, Sky News, Baku.